Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. I'm joined by Taryn.
Hey buddy, how we doing?
Mate, we're trying to decide what we're going to do, but we've figured it out. So we've now finished all of the videos for missiles.
Yes.
And stuff, so weapons ready missiles.
Yep.
And we are now moving on to our Pimp My Mech. We love this.
We're going to have a battle.
We do all the work, now we get to play.
We get to have some fun. But yeah.
So we've done some discussion about how we're going to do it. Each time we've sort of done something a little different, and we've come up with something quite different.
Yeah.
For this one.
So I've mentioned a few times that I want to try and do some scenario building stuff, and this is one of the ideas that I kind of came up with just when we did this, and it's kind of a junkyard wars type thing. What we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of random rolling, and we're going to decide on a weight class, on a chassis, and then we're going to randomly roll to see what sort of weapons we can put on it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to point out for those of you that are getting into scenarios and want to build your own scenarios, sit down with the people that you're playing with and discuss it, because it can get quite involved depending on how far you want to go. All right, we've just been talking about how to do this for the last hour, I'm sure. And it can get complicated. You have to try and figure out what sort of things could happen and whether they're things that you want to happen or not.
Yeah.
All right. It's entirely possible for someone to roll a 1 7 times in a row. I've done it. It happens. And you have to know that that's a thing that can happen and how that will affect your scenario.
Yeah, you don't want that person to suffer for it. It's supposed to be fun.
You want to try and keep it a relatively balanced and relatively fun thing, but still have that little tweak of randomness that makes it really interesting.
So in the others, we've used the miniatures from the Armoured Combat box set because it's so good. It's really cool. It's really nice models.
And it does mean that those of you that are out there that have that set can play along, I guess, if you like.
Yeah, that's right. So we have 8 mechs here. There's 2 from each of the 4 weight classes.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to basically, we have to roll initiative to see who's going to pick first, but talk us through it, exactly what's going to happen, and then we'll go from there.
So what we want to have is 2 different mechs from 2 different weight classes. And we're going to junkyard one of them, and we're going to take the other one away, and we're going to build it with whatever we like. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative. The person who wins initiative gets to roll their D4. Never hurts to have different sized dice, guys. They will pick the class of mech, the size of mech. So light, medium, heavy, assault. They will pick the chassis in that class that they want to have, and then the other person will get the other one. When we're done with that, and then the next person can roll and get a chassis as well. When we're done with that, we're going to roll to see what sort of weapons we've been able to salvage from the junkyard for one of those mechs. We will pick one, and then we will roll to see what weapons we're allowed to put on it. And then we're going to take the other one away, and we're going to make it up to, I think we'll go to about 3,000 battle value.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see what battle value we end up with for the junkyard mech, and then we can up our other one either with equipment and weapons or with piloting and etc. up to 3,000 max. You're not allowed to go over 3,000. And that will be done off camera, and then we'll come in and we'll see what we've got. But I think we can probably go ahead and roll this if you're sure we're happy.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
This is good. This will be interesting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 based on the different sizes.
Yes.
Right?
So your weight classes split nice and happily into 4 different things. So if you've got any D4s from anywhere, really, you can get. I got these on Amazon, but if you can get them anywhere. If you're gaming, you've probably got dice lying around the place, so that makes it nice and easy to pick.
If you want like D&D, it's essentially D&D dice, so 8s and 12s and things like that. We have those on our website as well. If you want to have a look. So and that's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is
getting dice.
The N+1 dice sets. Yep.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
All right. So initiative. You've got your 2d6.
I've got my 2d6.
Wow.
8.
7. Ooh.
I get to pick first.
And they have those. Oh no, I better keep.
We'll hang on to them for our weapon rolls. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make my D4 roll. See which one goes first. It's a 1, of course. I rolled a 1. So I really want to put Thunderbolts on the Locust, but yep, I think I'm going to go with the Locust. So I get to pick first. I taken the Locust. The class is light. The only one. Yeah. You get a Commando, sir.
That's all right. I like the Commando.
That's generally a missile mech anyway, so you'll be quite fine there.
You'll be right at home.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, so that is our first mech. Now you, sir, may roll. If you get a 1, we'll roll again.
Ha! 2.
That is a 2.
It's going to be a fast game. Right.
See, this stuff can happen. So you've got the Wolverine and the Shadowhawk.
I like the Wolverine.
You like, yeah, the Wolverine's pretty damn good, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so I'm stuck with the Shadowhawk.
Don't say it like that. Stuck with it.
Okay, so these are our 2 mechs that we're going to play with. Okay. Commando and Wolverine over here. Locust and Shadowhawk over here. Now, we have to pick one of those mechs. The class of mech gives you the number of rolls on the weapon table that I wrote up just like 20 minutes ago to decide which weapons you get to put on that mech. So, should we stick with initiative order and I'll have to go first, or shall we roll again?
Do we want to do the same class, do we?
No, you pick which one.
You pick.
You pick.
Okay. All right. Well, you can roll initiative, and I'll see which one you pick. It doesn't really matter.
I'm actually going to pick my Locust. If I'm going first, I'm going to pick my Locust. I'm picking my Locust. So
picking Locust.
My Locust is there, right? That means I get my weight class, which is the 1 that I rolled, plus 1. That number of rolls on this little table that we've got now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll 2d6 twice. And I'm going to see what weapon systems I'm actually allowed to put on my Locust.
Maybe I should pick mine. Because if I get to see what you take, that's a bit...
Yeah, good point.
I'll pick this. So
you're picking your Wolverine.
Yeah. So
okay.
Off you go.
So I've got my Shadowhawk left that I'm going to make off screen, and you've got your Commando that you're going to make off away. We're going to go and figure it all out.
Yeah. And
that'll be anything we want. But these 2 mechs here have to roll on the table. So I'm going to do mine first. So I get a 9. So I get an LRM system.
An LRM.
Okay.
LRM.
Locust. LRM. I get 1 more roll. A 3. That's an SRM streak system.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not bad.
All right.
That's not bad at all. Those are my 2 rolls. That is all I am allowed to put weapon-wise into that Locust. Okay, I can have access to any ammunition types.
Any ammunition type.
Any ammunition type I want in as many tonnages as I want, and I can do any funkiness with engines and endosteel and all that other sort of stuff. But those are the only weapons and electronics that I'm allowed to add to that Locust. It's your turn, sir. So he is a 2, which means you get 3 rolls on the weapon system table.
Yes. So these are weapons. So we don't consider anti-missile systems and things like that to be weapons.
No.
So they're okay.
This guy here, you can put anti-missile systems, you can put narc beacons, you can put all of that sort of stuff on there.
Yeah.
But these, you only get what you roll. So let's see what you end up with. You have 3 chances to roll something cool.
4.
4 is a streak SRM.
Oi!
And it can be any size of that. Okay, so that means that you're not going to end up with an LRM 20 trying to jam it into a Locust. Okay, so we're allowing each other to pick sizes. So any streak SRM.
Okay.
Next roll.
I wouldn't mind another one of those.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
Let's see.
7.
7 is an MRM.
Okay. I like MRMs.
Okay.
Yeah,
so any size MRM you like. I'm not liking this. This is not cool.
Yeah.
9. Ooh, 9 is the LRM. So you got a good spread there, buddy.
I do. Streak SRM, MRM, LRM.
I'm kind of scared.
Lots of RMs.
Lots of rooms.
Lots of rooms.
Lots of rooms.
Okay.
So that is...
Right.
That is what we're allowed to build those two mechs with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Streaks are good. Like streaks
are pretty
work
good.
out well for this.
Yeah.
Because
I can
it's
probably
always
only
moving
fit
so
a
far.
streak 4 or a streak 2 into him. And an LRM 5 will probably be the cap. But I should be able to do it.
But you can choose to have a long range harasser.
Yes.
Or you can really pile on the short range accuracy damage.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Now, it's you don't have to take a system if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But they are the only weapon systems you're allowed to take. And yeah, any size system. I'm already trying to figure out how to do that. So this is just, and then we're going to work out a battle value for these junkyard mechs, and we're going to construct this guy off screen, and then we're going to use piloting skills and gunnery skills to bring our battle value total up to 3,000. Now that could be a little high for medium and light mechs, but we'll have a look at the starting values and we'll see. We might make it 2,000, we might make it 1,500 even.
Yeah.
But we're going to work out the battle value and then we'll adjust it to a maximum level with piloting and gunnery.
Because I don't expect this guy, his BV, to probably go above 1,300.
Yeah. So you'll max your armor out, you'll max, like you can have some good solid amounts of ammo there.
Yeah.
The MRM,
well,
you don't really have different ammo types for that, do you?
Yeah, but it's, no. But that's all right.
But the LRM you can take a couple of different ammo types for if you feel...
Correct. Yeah. So there's
funky.
semi-guided. I mean, I could put like tags.
You can put tag or an arc beacon on him and have that come in, and you could make that an LRM 20, and you could make the streak and the MRM the smallest available.
Yeah, true.
That's a thing you can do. Okay, so we're not making it a specific size of system. It's just the system itself, because I wouldn't be able to fit an LRM 20 onto him, but I can put an LRM 5 on there definitely.
Oh yeah, you might even be able to fit a couple if you plan it right.
That was the other thing is are we going to make that just that? I think we should make that you get one LRM.
Oh, it was one of each, was it?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best move.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that'll make it even more interesting.
Okay.
We could always roll for that if you wanted to, but I think like quantity.
No.
I think that's pretty good. So you get that one system. So I have a Locust with an LRM and a Streak SRM of a size of my choosing. You have a Wolverine with a Streak SRM, an MRM, and an LRM of the size of your choosing, and unlimited ammo.
I've got a variety of range there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty deadly. And yeah, we can put case and all that sort of stuff in them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think that's it for the actual rolls. And I'm so glad we didn't end up with assault mechs.
So much stuff.
So much stuff. But that was just a fun little way to pick your forces, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're going to modify the mechs anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Quick 2v2 fight, I think.
Hopefully,
we'll have some nice terrain to fight on as well, which is always good.
Yep.
That's
we
it.
might throw some other bits and pieces in there to make it even more interesting, but we'll see on the day.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
All
it.
good.
So keep an eye out for the next video in the series, and we'll talk about what we've designed, and we can show you, and then we'll get into the fights and stuff.
Yep, that's it.
Consider subscribing. Always love that. Build the community. Leave some comments. All that jazz.
All the jazz. Do all the good stuff.
Thank you.
All right.
See ya.
Bye, guys.